Good morning. I'm once again in the living room because it's kind of chilly out there, and my office is usually more chilly than out there. But anyway, I'm just going to talk briefly this morning uh, about something that I bring up quite a bit because I think it's very important uh, concerning uh, the magician's climb up the consciousness tree of life, and in particular the first major goal or the major spiritual crisis, if you want to say in a good way, the knowledge and conversation of the holy guardian angel. And those of you who are familiar with the classic tree of life diagram, that would be uh, the level of awakening associated with the number 6 sephira of the tree of life, Tifereth, or the opening of the heart chakra. Tifereth, number 6, even though it's 6 on the coming down, it's the 5th landmark going up. So it's called 5 equals 6. And it is a direct reflection of one. And I guess that's what makes it so profoundly significant, because, when in the Bible where Jesus says, I am the Father are one, okay, that could be interpreted Kabbalistically as the he as the Son, S-O-N, is also he as the Son, S-U-N, is a direct reflection of number 1. Okay, so in a sense, they're one, just like me and my reflection in the mirror are one. Okay, but across sort of a dimensional abyss. Are you ready for this morning? Anyway, I truly wrote or channeled, if you will, a series of books, the holy books of Thelema. There's a total, technically 13 in all. The Book of the Law being the primary one. But and in a sense, remember, Crowley's a poet. He's got all of the poet juice flowing in him. Okay, he's used to spilling out, gushing out lyrically. Okay, thoughts and stuff. So that makes him really a good candidate for a channeler, things like that, because he's armed with mechanical skill of pouring out emotional ecstasies, emotional tortures, and emotional expressions in wonderful words. And one of my favorite holy books, as a matter of fact, it's more delightful and less instantly delightful, is Liber 65. Now, 65 is the number of Adonai, and Adonai is sort of means Lord, is sort of the replacement word for one's own holy guardian angel. And when one puts oneself or is put on the AA program of self-realization, Crowley encouraged you to choose and memorize one of the chapters of Liber 65. And there's 5 chapters, and they correspond to earth, air, water, fire, spirit. And in a sense, they are what gushed out of Crowley at his arrival, at his opening of 5 equals 6. Now, it's kind of funny because in the AA program, the probationer, right at the very beginning, Mr. 00 is given, or Ms., or Miss, or whoever, is given the task of choosing one of those chapters and memorizing it. Why? You're not really told why. And you kind of just do it because it's a simple thing, just like Masons are required to, completely memorize the events of their initiation ceremonies, and some of them are quite long. You just do it, and by memorizing it, you implant it in yourself. It's almost by magic. Okay, it's a pain in the ass to memorize stuff, but every actor memorizes stuff. But it gets in you. And it's kind of important as your initiatory career proceeds. More and more, it's often the case that you understand why you chose that particular chapter. And it becomes more and more important to you. And it becomes more and more a way for you to find something that's already written down that's giving expression to your own, perhaps less lyrical gushings. Okay. Now, I'm not going to read even a full chapter of Liber 65, but what I want to do is, because I've often said on my little show here, when talking about major landmark initiatory events like the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel, that it's an experience that once experienced, it's a union that's once made that is permanent. So I've said you open a door that will then never be closed, because the event itself is a timeless moment. It happens outside of time, and outside of time, everything is sort of a big now. Okay, and so that line is actually said in so many words in this very, very first section of the first chapter, the Earth chapter of Liber 65. Now, years later, Crowley wrote a commentary. Okay, now I don't even know if this book's in print anymore. It's officially Equinox number 4, or Equinox 4, number 1. It's commentaries on the holy books and other papers. It's got, I believe, other holy books. But I want to read just almost the opening salvo of the Earth chapter of Liber 65 and Crowley's few little comments on it. Liber 65, Cordis Quinti Serpenti, an account of the relations of the aspirant with his holy guardian angel. This book is given to probationers at the attainment as the attainment of the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel is the crown of the outer college. In other words, this is our first goal, gang, okay? The 5 chapters refer to the 5 elements: 1, earth; 2, air; water 4, fire 5, and spirit. Each shows its element in the light of the relation between the Adeptus Minor, that's 5 = 6, and his Holy Guardian Angel. Now the order, earth, air, water, fire, is going Yod He Vav He up the tree of life. Okay, it's Yod He Vav He backwards, starting at the earth, air, water, fire. Okay. In this chapter, chapter 1, the material world or sensible aspect of nature is shown to be a mere symbolic picture of something altogether different. And it's a good one to start with because it's the one your meat brain can most easily approach. Okay. Are you ready? I am the heart, and the snake is entwined about the invisible core of the mind. Rise, O my snake, it is now the hour of the hooded and holy ineffable flower. Rise, O my snake, into brilliance of bloom on the corpse of Osiris, afloat in the tomb. O heart of my mother, my sister, mine own, thou art given to Nile, to the terror, Typhon. Ah me, but the glory of ravening storm enswathes thee and wraps thee in frenzy of form. Be still, O my soul, that the spell may dissolve as the wands are upraised and the aeons revolve. Behold in my beauty how joyous thou art, O snake that caresses the crown of mine heart. Behold, we are one, and the tempest of years goes down to the dusk, and the beetle appears. O beetle, the drone of thy dolorous note be ever the trance of this tremulous throat. I await the awaking, the summons on high from the Lord Adonai, from the Lord Adonai. Crowley's comment on that first lyrical outburst: the invocation of the Kundalini. Rise, O my snake, in the brilliance of bloom on the corpse of Osiris afloat in the tomb. Rise, O my... Okay. The adept dies to the natural world and blooms as a lotus. He ceases and enters the midnight silence where he adores Kephra. O beetle, the drone of thy dolorous note be ever the trance of this tremulous throat. Then he awaits the coming of the Lord. Now, magicians will realize that the formula of invocation is ultimately basically twofold: an outpouring and an awakening, or awaiting. An active, oh Lord, oh God, come and raise my consciousness, and then you wait for it. You pour out your yearning for the experience, and then passively wait for the response. You just don't pour out, pour out, pour out. That's like having a full cup of tea and asking the master to pour more tea in your full cup. No, you offer an empty cup. That's the passiveness of it. But I digress. Verses 2 through 11, he just reads right on through, so will I. Adonai spake unto V. Now that'll be Crowley in this case. Adonai spake unto V, saying, there must ever be division in the word, for the colors are many, but the light is one. Therefore thou writest that which is of mother of emerald, and of lapis lazuli, and of turquoise, and of alexandrite. Another writeth words of topaz, and of deep amethyst, and of gray sapphire, and of deep sapphire, with a tinge of blood. Therefore do you fret yourselves because of this. Be not content with the image. I, who am the image of an image, say this. Debate not of the image, saying, beyond, beyond. One mounteth unto the crown by the moon, and by the sun, and by the arrow, and by the foundation, and by the dark home of the stars from the black earth. Not otherwise may ye reach unto the smooth point. I'll digress. Kabbalists will recognize all these landmarks on the tree of life. The crown is Kether, and one mounteth to the crown by the moon, Yesod, and by the sun, Tifereth, and by the arrow, the Sagittarius path that leads, the Samach path that leads from 9 to 6. And by the foundation, that's Yesod 9, and by the dark home of the stars from the black earth, Malkuth. Not otherwise may ye reach unto the smooth point. Smooth point is another title of Kether, number 1. I return. Nor is it fitting for the cobbler to prate of the royal matter. O cobbler, mend me this shoe that I may walk. O king, if I be thy son, let us speak to the embassy to the king thy brother. Okay, here's Crowley's comment on those verses 2 through 11. The angel says each man sees nature in his own particular way. What he sees is only an image. All images must be ignored. The adept must aspire single-heartedly to the smooth point. This matter cannot be discussed in common language. The king must speak of kingly things in a kingly way. That's his simple comment. Liber 65 continues with verse 12. Remember what I said? You'll wait. Then there was silence. Speech had done with us a while. There is a light so strenuous it is not perceived as light. His comment, silence. The adept reports his impressions. The highest degree of any given kind of energy surpasses the receptive power of the observer. Thus, it appears as if of some other order. Verse 13. Wolf's bane is not so sharp as steel, yet it pierceth the body more subtly. His comment: the subtler form of energy, the more potent, but it is less easily observed. In Nebraska, we had this terrible plant called foxtails. Is that what it was? Anyway, your pets, dogs and stuff, get it. It's like an arrow that gets in your skin, and it pierces. Every move you make drives it further. It looks sort of like a wheat shaft. Okay. And it is so subtle. It actually, we had a wonderful, cute little dog, and somehow or other it got in through his rear leg or something like that. And about a month later, it came out of another part of his body, and it worked its way through his flesh. Oh, gee, that's wolf's bane. Okay. Wolf's bane is not so sharp as steel, yet it pierceth the body more subtly. Next line, 14. Even as evil kisses corrupt the blood, so do my words devour the spirit of man. And the comment on this is just awesome. Truth destroys reason. Even as evil kisses corrupt the blood, so do my words devour the spirit of man. Truth destroys reason. Verse 15. I breathe, and there is infinite dis-ease in the spirit. The comment. Life disturbs the placidity of the mind's acceptance of dead symbols as reality. Verse 16, as an acid eats into steel, as a cancer that utterly corrupts the body, so am I unto the spirit of man. The comment. The knowledge and conversation of the holy guardian angel gives a new and higher form of energy, which destroys the grosser types of existence. 17. I shall not rest until I have dissolved it all. And his comment. The process continues until complete. Chapter 18. So also the light that is absorbed, one absorbs little and is called white and glistening. One absorbs all and is called black. The comment. Phenomena result from resistance to love. Perfect union is silent. 19, 20, and 21. Therefore, O my darling, thou art black. O my beautiful, I've likened thee unto a jet Nubian slave, a boy of melancholy eyes. O the filthy one, the dog, they cry against thee because thou art my beloved. And the comment on those three verses, V, being perfectly adeptus minor, or 5 equals 6, appears evil. And you got to admit, for most of the world, Crowley certainly appeared evil. Happy are they that praise thee, for they see thee with mine eyes. Those who understand all this work praise V. Not aloud shall they praise thee, but in the night watch one shall steal close and grip thee with a secret grip. Another shall privily cast a crown of violets over thee. A third shall greatly dare and press mad lips to thine. Yea, the night shall cover all, the night shall cover all. And the comment on those two verses concerning those who understand the work of V, they do so in secret ways. Verse 25, thou wast long seeking me. Thou didst run forward so fast I was unable to come up with thee. O thou darling fool, what bitterness thou didst crown thy days withal. The comment is, Perdurabo hindered his own success by over-eagerness. 26 and 27, now I am with thee. I will never leave thy being. For I am the soft, sinuous one, entwined about thee, heart of gold. His simple comment on those two verses, union once made is permanent. And that's where I'm going to leave that for us today, our little adventure into Liber 65. We are coming up on the High Holy Days of Thelema, which officially start on March 20th and go through April 10th. And so we'll probably take a little adventure through the events of 1904 over the next few days, and in preparation for those feast days. And just remember, coming up is the Ides of March. And the Ides of March, of course, for those who are familiar with history, and those of you who are familiar with Shakespeare will note that that is the day Roman senators got together and assassinated Julius Caesar. Anyway, the soothsayer said, beware the Ides of March. That's the 15th of March. And Caesar sort of rubbed their nose in it as he appeared at the Senate and said, hey, soothsayer, the Ides of March has already come, you know. And the famous line from Shakespeare was something like, yeah, but it's not over yet. Yeah, but anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. Until tomorrow, continue to be good to yourself, be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.